Hey there, this is Tarun Gill from Tarun Gill Fitness, helping all of you with your fitness queries. So, what I do via this channel is I try to answer all your queries regarding health, fitness, supplementation, diet, anything and everything around fitness. So, this particular video blog is a Q&A section where you get to ask your question, and I would like to answer that question via this blog of mine. So, let's quickly take up our question for today. So, you ready? Let's go. So this question has come to me from Rohan Nakshi from Mumbai, India. That's what I like about the new Facebook Messenger. It tells you where the person is from, so you don't have to go back and see any of his details. He says, "Hi sir, firstly your YouTube channel is amazing. You're doing a great job by educating people about fitness. Thanks you Rohan. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. I would request you to please make a video on fat burners and its side effects, if any. Also, precaution to be taken while having a fat burner capsules." This is the video I've done. Thank you so much, first of all, for your question, Rohan. I had done this video, but I've been getting this request a lot from many of you. Tongue twist, many of you. So what I would like to do is I like to kind of answer that question. I've kind of put up a presentation for this, which will help you give some perspective on things you must know about fat burners in general, so that you make an informed decision. Should you be taking it or should you not be taking it? So you ready? Let's go. Let me just pull that up. Boom. So all about fat burners. So first, before we get to know anything else, first we need to understand how do fat burners actually work. So if you were to ask me, or if you were to see any of the latest researches in terms of core ingredients and how these fat burners actually put together and they work in our system, it's just like most of them contain caffeine in them, which means, and these caffeine, they claim that it increases your metabolism, and increased metabolism means you'll be able to burn more fat. So that's what they claim. How true is it? It's research wise, it works beautifully on animals. On humans, hey, it's still a question mark. Some burners are thermogenics, which means they raise your body temperature and help you burn fat. But most of the fat burn is a combination of thermogenics and caffeine, because any caffeine that you hit, it's a stimulant. It has to have a thermogenic effect in the body. So they work together in tandem. And what are the core ingredients of every fat burner? I'm just kind of listing some of the key ingredients. So some fat burners, because there are new fat burners coming out in the market every now and then, this will kind of is more of a top-down view. Some of the key core ingredients you may or you ought to have in every fat burner. Green tea extract. It has to have in every fat burner, because if you were to go back and see your label of any fat burner, you will find green tea extract there. What it does is it's supposedly very healthy and it suppresses your hunger. But the problem with green tea extract is it works on people from certain nationality, because it's a Chinese tea extract, so mostly works with Chinese people or Indians. I haven't seen doing much, though I've seen people sipping green tea every now and then. How effective it is, it remains a question mark. But as an extract, it can work with other combinations to be used, which I'm going to talk about. It may or may not work. Caffeine. Now, caffeine is a beautiful fat burning aid, but there's one limitation, there's one problem with caffeine. It'll only work if you have no tolerance, which means that if you're new to coffee, it will do wonders for you, because your body's not used to it. You immediately start taking this burner and fat burning results will start coming like this. But if you're already a coffee drinker, chances are, the process will be very, very slow. So I feel caffeine so it, having said that, but it can work beautifully as a stimulant, which means it can help you, give you that concentration or strength, if to be like a black coffee, if to be taken before your workout, not from a fat burning perspective, but more from a concentration perspective. That's true. 5-HTP is a new in product, that ingredient that everybody's talking about. It claims to decrease your appetite. Still at its nascent stage, so that's why let's not talk about 5-HTP. But it's every new product has 5-HTP in it. CLA, we all know it's a fat. But the problem with this CLA product is that, though it does help you lose fat, and it's technically found in most of the fat burners, but some people have also taken supplementing CLA alone, standalone, as a fat burner. But the problem with that is some people also gain weight with it. Because our bodies are different, our genetics are different, our body makeup is very different. Every product behaves very differently on different people. So I've also seen people gaining weight from CLA rather than losing it. So that's why exactly it has to be used in conjunction with other products like green tea extract and other products that I will talk about. Garcinia, I'm sure you've heard of this, Garcinia cambogia. It was supposed to be a miracle product, help you lose weight. And Guess what the problem is? The problem with Garcinia is that it works amazingly well on rats, which is animal studies, but when it comes to humans, it fails. It doesn't work on humans. That's what I've seen people taking it. That's why I've read it. That's what I've seen a lot of videos on it. That's why they say it doesn't work. By the way, do you actually know what Garcinia is? Garcinia is nothing but a fruit that is traditionally added to your meals. And then so when people started seeing results that, hey, this could be marketed well if you were to do something around it, it could be sold as a best fat burner available to everybody. So they got into this tabular form and then capsule form and started selling it as a standalone product called Garcinia Cambogia. I don't know, I don't find it effective. I could be wrong here, but hey, try it for yourself if a standalone product Garcinia works for you. This again product, white kidney bean extract, is also another one of the core ingredients of a fat burner. What it does is it says that it blocks carbs, but the reliability of it is very questionable. A lot of products that fat burners you'll see will have white kidney bean extract, so which they claim that you should take it before your meals. Which I think is not a good idea, because any fat burner before taking a meal is not as effective as taking on an empty stomach. I will talk about that in my following slide, that what is the right time for you to take fat burner in terms of for effective usage. But white kidney bean extract you will find in most of every fat burner ingredient as a core ingredient there. Now, things to remember. As I said, so you got to take your fat burner before your workout only. And this is something that I always tell people: do not try to take it before going off to sleep in the night, because it has caffeine stimulant. You will have problems sleeping. So the best time to take it is before working out. If you work out in the evening, try to take it at 6 p.m. so that by the time you hit the sack at about 10:30, 11, you don't have problems sleeping, because it can really disturb your sleep pattern if you're new to fat burners. Uh, Preferably take it on an empty stomach, because your body is if you were to introduce a fat burner first thing in the morning, the chances of this being kicking in a lot higher. I find this very effective, taking fat burner empty stomach and then training, preferably cardio session, not a weight training session, because you technically have no strength. But once you get used to it, you can also add weight training session, because that's what a fat burner does. It is actually helping you concentrate. It's helping you add more strength to your workout. So you can even try weight training with it. It has worked for me. Hey, who knows? It may work on you as well. So try taking it on an empty stomach. And as a side effect, do not increase the recommended dosage. More doesn't mean more results. More means danger. If something it says on the product that do not increase the recommended dosage. I've seen people kind of going from 100 mg one pill to 3 pills a day, 4 pills a day. It's not needed at all. It's not going to do anything to you. When it says if it's that if the product is best taken for 100 mg, if you were to take 200 mg, what will happen? Just imagine if you take more rotis than usual, what will happen? Obviously, you get an upset stomach, right? Similarly, a fat burner, if you abuse it, you will have side effects. That is the only side effect you will see of a fat burner. Plus, some of the fat burners have a bit of caffeine in it, which raises your heart rate, which is not a good sign. And an increased elevated heart rate can spell trouble to your cardiac arrest. So you may want to keep that in check, recommended dosage. Keep your diet clean and healthy. Just imagine, this is not a miracle product, fat burner. You've got to keep your diet clean and you have to eat healthy. You're going to train regularly. Just because you're having a fat burner, this does not give you a permit or access that, hey, now I can eat anything I want to eat. No, you got to still eat clean and train very heavy. Do not expect a miracle from this. It's just a product, just a product which is marketed well. If because you've paid for it, obviously these guys have done their marketing well. That's why you've picked an X product over Y product. But do not expect miracles from it. Give it a best shot, see how it works. If it doesn't work for you, maybe you want to change that product after some time, but keep your expectations bare minimal. These are some of the things that you must remember about fat burners. It has gotten a bad reputation because of ephedra back in the late 90s and early 2000s, and a lot of people were dying because of ephedra, because what it was doing was that it was increasing your heart rate at a level that where people had seizures. And that's why the fat burners started getting very bad reputation around it. But now ephedra is banned. Almost all fat burners are pretty much safe to use depending on how you use it. If you don't go with if you keep your dosage to what is recommended. But obviously, if you were to abuse it, the chances of you getting those side effects are a lot higher. So these are some of the things I would remember if I were to consume a fat burner. Any one of you who have any questions for me, feel free to write in. and I'll be happy to answer those questions via this video blog of mine. And I also run a small YouTube channel or Facebook channel. Put your question wherever you want to, and I'll be very pleased to answer your question back with my video blog. So till we meet again, see you.